Good morning, student. In previous lecture, we start our first lesson, that is the living world and adaptation, and classification. Okay. In this lesson, we learn the definition of adaptation, that is the gradual changes. Gradual changes means it is not a rapid. Thus, changes occurs very slowly uh, in the living beings or a plant. Okay, the gradual changes occurs in the body parts and also in the behavior of organism, which helps them to adjust to their surrounding. Okay, the behavior of the animal and plant changes itself according to their surrounding. This is the explanation of the definition, that is adaptation. Okay, there are many types of living beings exist on the earth, and many variety of plants present on the earth. So there are many and each everyone of them has their own adaptation or a behavior. Okay, so from the plants we are going to get explanations about the adaptation. So adaptation in plants are that the plants changes their body parts such as root, stem, leaves, fruits, etc. Means for example, we have plants like a lotus. Lotus is a flower. Okay, lotus is a flower plant, but it does not we never seen lotus on the land, but it is situated, it exists in the water. So the habitat of the lotus is the aquatic. The root of the lotus are fibrous. They are not like banyan trees. Banyan trees has a very large roots, and that's spread all in a very large area. But lotus, due to its presence on a surface of the water, their roots are a fibrous root, means it start from the stems. All the roots starts from the tree stem. Okay, and second, the leaves of the lotus are large. Okay, like a chapati. Okay, the design of a chapati and the lotus are the same. They are round in a shape and spread over the water. Okay, and the layer of the leaves are waxy layer. Due to waxy layer, the water are not absorbed into the leaves. Okay, and the characteristics of the stem is the hollow and flexible. It moves from one as the water moves. Okay, due to this flexible stem, lotus moves like a water movement. It can stand over the surface of the water. Second is the cactus. Okay, cactus are habited in a desert area. Cactus are habited in a desert area where the scarcity of water, the area in that area the water are in a scarce. So their root of the cactus spread deep into the soil in search of water. And the leaves, the cactus doesn't have any type of leaves. Instead of leaves, the cactus has a thorn. Due to this, the evaporation of water is reduces. uh, so the requirement of the water for of the cactus remains low, and the last characteristic, that is the stem of the cactus. It turns the stem turns into green due to chloroplast, and the foods are created by the stem, so it looks like a green. And the third is the banyan trees. The banyan trees are found in the dense forest or fertile land near where the water are in a plenty in amount. So the banyan trees grows very wild and very tall, and the root of the banyan trees also spread in or covered a large area in search of water, and to hold the stem and leaves very uh, thickly or very tightly. And the roots spread uh, in every side of the banyan trees. Characteristics of leaves: banyan trees has a large number of uncountable leaves, uh, because the foods are produced by these leaves in presence of sunlight. And the stem is very thick and very broad. This thickness and broadness is because of the spreading of leaves, and a large amount of leaves and its branches. So these are the characters of different plants, and their changes themselves according to their stimuli and surrounding. Okay, in that the adaptation of the water plant, we have that some of the aquatic plants are firmly rooted in the soil at the bottom of the water bodies. Their stem are submerged, while leaves and flowers float on the surface. However, some plants are entirely afloat. Their roots are not anchored in the soil. They are floating on the water. The surface of the leaves and stems are many aquatic plants are covered with the waxy layer. Leaves of the some aquatic plants are thin and slender, like a ribbon. So this is like a ribbon roots. Okay, we can saw that this is like a ribbon root. Okay. Air spaces in the stem and petioles of aquatic plants are useful for the floating in the water. So here we saw in this picture that the aquatic plants, some plants have rooted in the soil, like lotus and these grasses, and some are floating on the water, and some are not coming out of the water. We can't see these plants over the water, uh, but they are rooted into the soil and present under the water. Okay, so these they make a changes uh, according to the surrounding uh, of water bodies. Okay, look at this plant lotus. Okay, look at this plant lotus. It floats on the water, but there is no drop of water remains on the leaves. Okay, it floats down. It does not absorb water through its leaves, and water did not stood on the leaves. Okay, this is the stem of the lotus. There we can saw the four whorls. This is the stem. This is the stem. Here we can saw four whorls through which they absorb the water into the body. Okay. Adaptation in a desert plant. Here we have a picture of a cactus. The stems changes into the leaves are changes into the stem, and they have direct. We can see the leaves are changes itself into the thorn. Okay, and the stems are green in the color, and it gets a direct flower. There is no leaves. The leaves are changes into thorn. Due to this, the evaporation of the waters reduces, so the requirement of the waters are very less for this plant cactus. Okay, third picture. In the third picture, we have a deodar tree. This tree are present in a snowy region, and there we can saw that the leaves are downward side, and it has a needle type of corner of these leaves. So due to this type of leaves, which are slending to the towards the land, the snow falls on these leaves, and it does not stick on the leaves, but it falls on the ground. So in the snowy region, this deodar tree can stand firmly. So the plants of the snowy regions mainly includes the conifers like deodar and pine. These trees leaves are in a conical shape. Conical shape due to these sloping branches. In the heavy snowfall and extreme cold, in this region, their conical shape prevents the snow from the accumulating on the tree, and thick bars helps tree to withstand in the cold. Okay, this is the single stem. It come to the conical shape of the conical shape, we can saw the conical shape at the top, so the snows cannot withstood on the leaves, but it falls on the ground. It helps this design helps these trees to stand firmly in the snowfall. Third is the in the forest region. In the forest region, we can saw the plenty of plants like trees, shrubs, and herbs. Uh, these plants compete amongst themselves for the sunlight. Hence, the trees grows very tall to get a sunlight, and climbers and vines grows to the great height with the support of the trees. Spring like tendrils and the stem some of the climbs uh, is an example of adaptation. Okay, here we can saw in this picture that the climbers are stick with the stem of the tall trees, so it can move to the upside to get a sunlight. Okay, so this type of changes made these plants in their um, parts. Adaptation in the grassland plants, in the grassland also we found amount of grasses, the tall grasses and the fibrous with the fibrous root of the grasses prevent the soil erosion. It holds the soil firmly, so the soil not erode due to heavy rainfall. The grasses in the equatorial regions are very tall. Animals like tiger, elephant, and deer can remain hidden in these grasses. However, this type of plants also help to survive animals in the jungle. In the jungle, it is very helpful for the animals, and the grasses in the cold regions are very short. Uh, Animals like rabbits are found in such grasses. Vast meadows are found in hilly areas as well as in the plains. Here we saw the yam and potatoes, that the potatoes are grown under the soil. Adaptations in the ingestions of food in the plants. There are many types of plants due to this their habit of the getting foods are also different. So here we have the uh, cascuta, which is which is depend on the other on the branches, and their roots are like the earthworm spread on the branch and get food from the branches. Okay, most of the plants are anchored in the ground and are autotrophic, and the plants like the dodor, that is the cascutum, are parasitic. The parasitic means it depends on the other plants for their foods. The plant's body of the dodor consists that the yellow wire like stem. It is leafless and cannot perform photosynthesis. However, it has a hostorial or sucking root, hostorial root for the absorbing nutrients from the host plant. These roots penetrates up to the conducting vessels of the host plant and absorb the water and foods from the host plant. Fungi do not have a chlorophyll and cannot perform photosynthesis. They obtain food from the starchy foodstuff like bhakri and bread. They have a root like fibers and absorption of the food. Plants need nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium for growth. plants that grows in the soil which is deficient in the nitrogen, like Drosera. Venus flytrap pitcher plant fulfill their needs for nitrogen by consuming insect. Adaptations are seen in these plants which serves to attract the insect, hold them captive. Adaptation in the animal, like plants, animals also has their own adaptations, and they make changes in their bodies to adjust in the different types of surrounding. Okay, make a here we have an activity, that is the make a list of animals in your surrounding. Okay, so you write down the animals which are found near to your houses and send me a photograph of the list of that animals. So uh, dogs and other also found near to your houses. Okay, and flies also, house flies, like, okay. uh, Compare to the diversity of animals listed by your friend with your list. Discuss the habitat, food habitat, and characteristics of the body structure. Characteristics of the body structure is like a vertebral column, wings, gills, tails, etc. And prepare a chart. What is the difference you see between the terrestrial and aquatic animal? Terrestrial means the animals found on the land, and the aquatic animals, the like fishes which are found into the water bodies like river, well, river and sea. As compared to the terrestrial animals, the skin and the body shape of the aquatic animals appears to have undergo changes. Fishes have skulls and on the skin, fins on the body. Their body tapers towards both its end like the spindle. Fish breathes with the help of gills instead of nose. I think they don't have any nose. Okay, their eyes have a transparent eyelids. They have eye bladder with the bodies to help to float. So the shape of the bodies are seen uh, uh, like conical at the end, and it has a tails to turn into the water to change the direction of swimming. Okay, there are also some animals like a duck which are uses water for food, and they have a web like toes. Due to this, they can swim very fastly on in the water. Okay, as frog, duck have web toes, they can use their legs like oars. Water flows off the waxy feather of the body like duck and water hen. Webbed toes and slippery smooth skin, triangular head helps frog to swim easily through the water. They can live on the land as well as in the water due to this ability to breathe through the skin in the water, and uses nose and lungs on the land. A typical color of the frog back helps to hide among the grasses. Okay, the adaptation in the forest, grassland animals, the carnivorous animals like wild dogs, fox, tiger, lion have strong leg to run fast and capture their prey. Prey means food. Food means the other animals. Prey means the animals which lion eats. Okay, like a deer and other small animals. tigers have a padded paws. For if you want to see the padded paws, you can saw the paws of uh, house cat. Okay, that cat oh, cat species, these lions, tigers, cheetahs are referred as a cat species. So the character of the body of the cat also matches or find a similarities of the tiger. Okay, that the paws are very spreading and smooth, has a smooth pose from below side, and the nails of the cat are hide in that pose. Okay, at the normal time it hides, the nail hides in that pose, but when cat attacks, that nails come out from that pose and get stuck into the prayer. If you want to look that this type of pose, please look if you have any type of cat, um, cat, you can saw this pose. It is very dangerous pose. Okay, the eyes of the herbivores are below their heads, which helps to protect them from the predator. From the predator, their legs are long and tapering with a strong hooves, which enables them to run fast, taking long leaps. These are their long and freely moving ears can receive a sound from long distance. They have long distance. Their long and freely moving ears can receive a sound from a long distance and different directions. Deer, uh, blackbucks have a color that merged with their surrounding. Their teeth are very strong and chewing to tough plants material. Adaptation desert animals. In desert animal, there are characterized severe scarcity of water. Desert animals have a thick skin to prevent loss of water from the body. Their legs are long with a flat cushion soles. The nostrils are protected by the fold of skin. Their eyelashes are long and thick. Rats, snakes, and a spider lizard in the deserts lives in the deep burrow. During daytime, are the active at the night. So here we saw the picture of yak. It covered it covered with a thick hair which protects this yak from snow and cold uh, of the surrounding. This snowy region bears also has a thick hairs, so it protected from the cold. Adaptation of the aerial animal means birds, different types of birds. The body shape of the birds are in a conical, so the resistance to the air while flying reduces, and it helps to go fast or fly fast into the air. The modification of the four legs into wings, and the other legs, the two legs have uh, thick nails to hold, and it is called claws. it is in a turning shape to hold. It helps to hold their prey and branches. The body of the insects also is light in a weight and tapers in the both end. They can fly with the two pairs of wing and also walk with the six sticks like legs, but bats can fly with the help of patagium, a a thin fold skin through which four legs and hinge legs. Adaptation in the reptiles. So these are the reptiles also changes. Reptiles also changes in their body, like a snake, earthworm, lizard, crocodile. It has a different, there are, these animals have a different type of shape of their bodies. So in the crocodile has a thick cover on their body to protect themselves, due to protect their body. The snake can move thousands of scaly thousands of scales. With the help of snake moves uh, in a S-type position, and lizard can hold the wall due to its pouch-like legs. So adaptation in the food in animal, adaptation of the food, adaptation for food in the animals. So every animals, birds had adaptations in their body uh, uh, due to search of food or getting their food. Uh, so here we can find the different shape of the animals and birds. Just wait, just wait. Okay. Here we have a table, one table which we have to make. Okay, the adaptation for the blending with the surrounding. So due to these adaptations, every animals are hide in the surrounding, so they can protect themselves from the enemy creature. uh, these habitats and geographical conditions are called as adaptations. Okay, adaptation, here we have the more information about the adaptation. That is, the adaptation is not a sudden process. It is a gradual and continuous process. Differences in the structure, appearance, present days animal and the animals of the 1,000 years are according to their adaptation and prevailing conditions. It is a duty to conserve this diversity. This is the science, that is the Darwins. They put us the theory of evolution. So the Charles Darwin, a biologist, studied numerous types of plants and animals and suggested that the only those organisms are likely to survive which can best adapt themselves with the changing environment. So this theory is also called that the survival of the fittest. This is the principle which he puts forward. Uh, if an organism is born with a new beneficial characteristics and is able to survive, the these changes is preserved in the next generation. This is a Darwin's a second principle and is called as a theory of natural selection. Here in this table we can have the this is this is a way of knowing the plant and characteristics of a plant. Like the hierarchy is a kingdom, phylum, class. Here we are the information about the mango and human. So the kingdom is a plantae and a human in a animalia. The phylum is a Anthophylla, Anthophylla and Chordata. The class is Dicotyledon. Mango is a Dicotyledon, and humans are Mammalia. It is a difficult to study and remember all the organisms in these diverse living world. At the same time, classification helps in this respect to know the species. Different scientists have used different criteria criteria and independently classified plant and animals. The hierarchy is a form in the classification that starts with the kingdom, Animalia or kingdom planting. Further groups or subgrouped are formed depending upon the basic similarity and differences is called as a hierarchy of classification. So please under this line so you can understand the hierarchy of classification. Binomial nomenclature by Carl Linnaeus. Imagine that there are four students with the name of Kabir and Kiran in the classroom. If you are talking about any one of them, how would you ensure that the other knows which one of them you are talking about? Without any confusion, we would tell the full name, the first name and the last name. This is the similar to the binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature is used to identify each organism. Accordingly, the scientific name has been assigned to each organism. It consists of two parts. The first part genus and second species. Genus and species. All identified organisms have been assigned a binomial name as per the guideline of the International Code of Nomenclature. Okay. So students, we will stop here in this lecture. For you, the homework is the exercise of this lesson. Okay. Write it and send me a photograph of this exercise.